This is a very easy passage. Something like this has been seen in the past in CLAT and A-Lit papers. Something like this can absolutely come back in the actual papers. A simple narrative between Watson and Sherlock Holmes, a scene where they meet for the first time. That's all. Okay. And the questions also are extremely easy. You should have scored a 5 on 5 here. Let's have a look at question number 1. Okay. What was the significance of Sherlock Holmes' discovery? The discovery of finding hemoglobin blood, differentiating between the stain, if it is a stain of a blood or rust or something else. Okay. It was a foolproof test of blood stains which could help solve murder cases, is the correct answer. Let me show you how. Why, man? It is the most practical medico-legal discovery, the discovery that Sherlock Holmes did. Don't you see that it gives us an infallible, something that has no flaws? It's an infallible test for blood stains. You can find if the stain is a blood stain or not. Infallible one. So we know that this significant discovery that Sherlock Holmes did was a foolproof test of blood stains. You might think foolproof is an extreme word here, but then see, extreme options can be the correct answer if the passage suggests it, which is there in this passage. So the correct answer is A. The police would find murder faster with the test. We cannot be sure of that if it's faster or slower. Sherlock Holmes thinks it is significant, and Sherlock Holmes has overestimated the significance. Overestimated, we can't say that as well. The correct answer is A. Another factual question, why does Holmes have to be careful? He needs to be careful because he works with acid and get hurt. He works with poison, basically. The line says that. I'll take you back to the line to find the answer. I have to be careful that is because I dabbed with poisons a good deal and that might hurt himself. So, why does Holmes have to be careful? His experiments with poisons may get hurt, and he may get hurt if he's not careful with them. Factual answer. See, even while reading the passage, you could have noticed something of that sort because he had some white stains on his hand, right? C is our answer. Which of the following is true or can be inferred based on the information given in the passage? Holmes was a toxicologist. No, he was a detective. Incorrect. Holmes lived in a house on Baker Street when Watson and Stanford met him. No, he did not live there yet. So incorrect. Holmes and Watson's were acquaintances. They met here in the story for the first time. Incorrect. Holmes had a vast knowledge of crimes and criminal cases. Correct. I'll show you how. So there's a statement from Stanford that said, you seem to be a walking calendar of crime. You might start a paper on those lines and call it the police news of the past. That means he knows a fair bit about criminal cases. And thus, the correct answer is A. He had a vast knowledge of crimes and criminal cases. It can be inferred that diggings in the context of the passage. Remember, it's a contextual vocabulary question. Normally, digging would be like digging an archaeological site or a mine, but then the correct answer is not all of the above. You might think literally it would mean all of them. Contextually, it's lodgings, a place to stay. Let's check it out how. So here's the word takings that has been highlighted for you. My friend here wants to take diggings. He wants to find a place to stay. And as you were complaining that you could get no one to house with you, he was unable to find anyone to share his home with. I thought that I had better bring you together, Holmes, with Watson. Sherlock Holmes seemed delighted at the idea of sharing his rooms with me. If sharing his rooms, sharing lodgings. So diggings here is lodgings, place to stay. And thus the correct answer for diggings is not a mine or an archaeological site, but lodgings, C. Infallible. We did that line in question number 1, I believe. Now let's go back and see what does the word mean, how is it used. Here's the word. Don't you see that it gives us an infallible test, a test that will not fail. It's flawless. No mistakes, no errors. So that's infallible. Now it is used as a word to add more meaning to the word test. Test is a noun. Thus, this becomes an adjective because it adds more meaning to a noun. Words that define nouns are adjectives. So, infallible is an adjective, which means it's flawless, no errors. Okay, so B is the answer here.